Let's fix this quickly. There we go. Welcome back. Me and Zellie is going to read again from the book.
Message from a Teen in the Spirit.
Yes, through the Spirit Neio Lucio.
Yes.
And it was psychographed by Chico Xavier. Today's chapter is
Waking Up.
Yes, so let's continue because we're all so excited to see what's the next chapter.
Yeah. Waking up. Tired of repeatedly asking myself questions without getting any answers. I yielded to the care of our aunt and became completely
unconscious.
How long did I spend in that heavy sleep without memories? I couldn't say. I only know that I woke up alarmed and unable to grasp the
situation.
I was alone in a very clean room flooded with light. The loneliness suddenly filled me with sadness, but I felt a little better when I noticed the open window as it let in streams of bright light. There were joy-filling paintings on the walls, but I wondered if I hadn't been brought to some sort of hospital. Far away through the huge window, I saw the landscape unfolding. The radiant blue sky seemed to be sending me a gentle, cool breeze. I carefully looked around and noticed the different kinds of furniture. Judging from the comfortable looking chairs and inviting sofas, I concluded that the room was meant exclusively for rest. I was surprised as I looked myself over. Had I gotten better over the diphtheria? Had Dr. Martino managed to heal me? My throat didn't hurt anymore. If I didn't feel so weak, I might be able to get up and take a few steps. I touched my hair and my feet. What had caused such a change? Was I perchance at home? But this room was completely new to me. I recalled the last scene that had preceded my big sleep. I marveled as I remembered the smallest details. And Mom, why wasn't she here? Why hadn't she offered me her loving embrace of happiness for my recovery? Recalling her tenderness during my body's final hours, I felt really homesick and overwhelmed, and the overwhelming desire to cry. Only then did I notice that a long time had passed and I hadn't said anything. Was my throat in any kind of shape to help me? I gave it a try and yelled, "Mom! Mom!" Right away, a
Mournful.
mournful voice resounded within me. I realized hadn't that I hadn't heard it with my ears. It seemed to come from my own soul, tearing it apart. It was Mom's voice all right, crying out in
Anguish.
anguish. Carlos, Carlos, my son, come back, come back. Don't leave me, don't leave me. Before I could think any more about my new situation, a nearby door opened and Aunt Eunice walked in. She came up to me, smiled, and sat down beside. She told me exactly what had happened. Don't be alarmed, little Carlos. Now you are one of us. You are with us.
Yes. I'm just going to take a minute to put in the power. Here we go. Sorry. But what did this chapter tell us today? There are a few things. If we see, in the beginning it says, when he woke up, he didn't have any pain.
Yeah, he didn't have it.
Yes. So, and he wondered, was he still on earth?
Or was he with Aunt Eunice because he knew Aunt Eunice already died a long time ago.
Yes.
And now he didn't know if he was still living or did he live or did he not.
Yes, and there's a lot of spirits that returns to the spiritual world that is in this confusion.
Yeah.
He says he was alone in a very clean room flooded with light.
Yeah.
So that tells us that cleansiness is a good thing.
Yeah.
So to keep your surroundings clean and proper, to have enough sunlight, because sun, we know what the sun is.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all the love from the pure spirits coming out. So it's blessings. So even in the spiritual realm, in those hospitals or halfway houses, there's a lot of light.
Yeah, always.
Yes. And then he says, okay, he's thinking about what happened to him.
Yeah, because he couldn't remember. Because as you guys could remember, he went into a very deep sleep and a very good sleep because in the story he also said he couldn't sleep very well. So that is the first time in a very long time where he actually could sleep very good.
And without pain.
Yeah, without pain.
And this is so beautiful to know because we know then if we have someone dear to us that is in this disconnecting stage, returning, freeing themselves, that they will be helped as well, and they will be free even from their pain because he doesn't have any pain.
Yeah, he doesn't have any pain.
Okay, and then he's telling us about the room. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
It is a room to rest in.
Yeah, he's talking about all the different furniture types. Like he's talking about the comfortable chairs, the very comfy couches.
And he's talking about the painting. He says that it is
filled with joy.
Joyful.
Joyful.
So what kind of paintings do we have in our home? Is it joyful? Is it making us happy when we look at it?
Yeah.
Is it a color that makes us calm and loving, feeling loving? So, because all those things are very important, and they use it even in the spiritual realm to help us. So that's another thing. Okay. And then the couches. Yes, we all need rest and meditation because we work and then we rest. But how do we rest? And that is to be in a state. If we rest, we can still need to educate ourselves, to do something good, to have great thoughts, to meditate, to listen to great music,
Yeah, peacefully music.
uplifting music. Yes, something like that. To
Yeah.
be creative.
Yeah,
That
to
is
be
wonderful.
creative.
Yes, to
Like
do
arts
something
and
positive.
crafts,
Yes,
something like
something
that.
positive that you make something. Now we're
Yeah,
nearing
just
Christmas.
yeah, it's
There's a lot of
Christmas.
beautiful things to do for others, especially.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. If we are in pain, sometimes we need to take it easy. But what are we doing while we do this? We do the good.
Yeah.
Still encouraging ourselves to have this great feelings of healing and do good things, inspiring others. Like this one girl in heaven and hell that was 10 years old, and she was dying, but she, in her pain, because she was so inspiring, the good spirits helped her in her pain, and she inspired everyone around her. So she was a great spirit. So let us learn. This is why Spiritism is so awesome, because we learn through educating ourselves to see what others did so that we can use our mirror brain to try and mirror the same great things. Yeah. Yes. Okay, now he's talking about he's looking for his mother. He's calling his mother in agony. So he's very upset. Where's his mother now? Yeah. And what happened when he did that? He heard her.
Yeah, he heard her.
And she was in not a great place. She was in a very sad place, begging for him to come back. And is that a good thing?
No, not at all.
Okay. Yes, that is not a good thing. If someone disconnects, and I know what is beautiful about Chico Xavier is he did this special mediumistic meetings for mothers. And there's a great movie about Chico's mothers where he psychographed letters from the children and through their spiritual guides for them to feel at ease, to tell them that they're okay. They were supposed to die in that time and all this. And it's a great movie to watch. And it gives us some peace to know that it doesn't matter. Some of us stays here for a long time and others just for a while. We don't know what is our incarnation plan. So
we don't know what will happen when we will go home, when anything.
Yes, but while we are through God's grace, we work, we educate ourselves, we say thank you, we use the time given to us to do the good. Yeah, no wasted time. Okay, and then Aunt Eunice came, and she says, and she says, come on, calm down.
There's nothing to worry about, she said.
Yes, and do we have an attitude like that to calm people down? To be loving, calming. Loving in a loving way, calming people down? Or do we get upset and say, okay, no, this is enough? You know, sometimes that attitude.
Yeah, we can get angry sometimes.
Yeah, but that's not okay. So they're teaching us if we want to be better, we need to be calm. Say, okay, calm, don't worry about it. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
Yes, being that kindful, but calming people down.
Kindly calm.
Yes, I think Jesus was like that.
Yeah.
And we are still kind, but
we are also.
Yes, he was kind, but strict on what is right and wrong. And we are still learning.
Yeah. Strict and angry is not the same thing.
No. So, no,
it
not.
sounds like the same thing, but it's not.
No. And sometimes that can make us upset if someone tells us the truth. But we have to listen because we hear through others where we can be better. But to come back to Carlos. So she says, in the last sentence, she says,
don't be alarmed, little Carlos. Now you are with us.
Yes, so he's not alone. That's another thing. We are not alone. We have so many spirits guiding us. helping us, especially in times when we think there's no one. So we are not going alone through anything in our lives. And that is so beautiful to
Yeah,
know.
and they where Aunt Eunice is, where Aunt Eunice says with us, she means there is more people that can help him.
Yes.
Yeah, like maybe his grandma, his grandpa,
And
some of his,
doctors, there's doctors,
yeah, his
spiritual
doctors.
doctors. Yes, and all this. Because he got passes, remember. So that's why he's not feeling. And then there's another sentence that's very important. She said, before this last part, she said, think good thoughts. She said, um, let me see here. She says, Carlos. No, this is not the, it's in the last one. Okay, but she will tell him that he needs to have good thoughts.
Yeah.
Our thought process is what makes us feel things. Because every thought, if it's like when you eat something sour, or
Like,
you think about it, I can tell you, please think about eating a lemon. And your whole body reacts just
yeah,
by the thoughts.
yeah. Except if you like lemons, then
Yes, but
if you
it's
like lemons,
still
then
a feeling. So
yeah,
everything I tell you, a feeling. This is why thought is so important. So a feeling. So he needs to, and you can see in all the books, spirits books, they tell everyone to, and they have to learn to work with their thoughts,
yeah, work
to
with it.
control our thoughts in a loving way, inspirational way. Isn't it? That's so important. So he needs to get his thoughts back so that he can focus on the good.
Yeah,
Yes. So let us leave you with this. The next chapter will be so amazing. We can't wait to share this with you.
yeah.
Okay. And thank you for joining us again. Until the next chapter.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.